like I said in the back, I'm going to put a missile array. So let's do just that. Now, before you say, oh, how many nukes are you going to have? Well, unfortunately, in this game, you can't have nukes, because that would be way too overpowered. Instead, we have to make conventional short-range missiles. Well, not necessarily short-range. You can make them go across the map well, not really realistically, but it is possible. But first things first, we're going to wire them all up. Like so. These are going to be two different separate missile arrays for the AI's sake. And then we could go to Launchpad. So this is 24 total missiles. And of course we could just add more in the future, but this is a good amount for now. So yeah. And unfortunately we can't put any kind of cover. There is a mod that lets you do that. I might add it on. Probably will add it on later. But for now this will have to do. If we go to controller like so, let's assign this one to 2 and this one to slot 3. Let's make sure to get identify friend or foe, and let's get a staggered fire add-on. Add a 0.5 delay in between each. Now, we're gonna have to put radar on top, and that's why we actually do need to make this bridge a real bridge, I'm now realizing. So, let's find glass. Where's glass? Glass. Yeah, okay. Window block. Like so. And like so, and then we could just put a regular block there. Put some blocks here. Doing that for design's sake and increase visibility on the side. Because really, it's the side that matters when you're going head-to-head combat with a ship. Let's do all this here. And now let's just kind of put a flat top on it. Oh, whoops. Let's see how it does actually float. That's better than it was doing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to AI connector, which is this thing. And we're going to do all this for reasons that you will soon see. So we can go to, where is it? Detection equipment. And then coincidence rangefinders. Then we could get these 9-meter long rangefinders. So we can actually, well, when the AI is in control of our weapons, they'll be able to hit things properly, which I think is a good thing to have. So yeah. Like so, and I'm now realizing an issue. Okay, none are inside, that's good. Then we just bring the AI connector up and put detection equipment, put a radar on, except it's going to be a passive radar. And yeah, now the AI will be able to see, and whenever it fires missiles, it'll be able to use that. Although, one thing we forgot to do, which I shall do quickly, is put a wireless receiver on so the AI can talk to it. Now we need to make the AI itself, so we're probably gonna make that right next to the our heavy. We're probably gonna add it onto our heavy armor block because this is just as important to keep safe as ammo is, at least arguably. So let's get a wireless transmitter, and then we could just add some card things onto the side, then go here, like so, and then let's turn mirroring off. Let's get naval AI, so it can actually control the ship. Then let's get propulsion balancing, so it makes it better when it moves. And then we can go to target prioritization, and then aim point selection. And we're probably going to want to tweak a few things. Per weapon should be 10, yes. Propulsion should be okay. That already looks good, actually. And okay. So this will add on to our little heavy armor block. Except it'll just be not as pretty, because it'll be more blocky. Yeah, I accidentally added, I added a block right there. Whoops. Let's actually get one of these square corner things. And now we could just do this. And this. So, we now have AI, we now have ammo, we now have weapons. So, yeah, we have weapons, and so now the last thing we're gonna need is, and that's actually floating exactly how I want it to. That's great. Thank you, game. Well, almost exactly how I want it to. It's a little front heavy still, but that can be fixed. Now what we're going to do is add propulsion and fuel. Oh, here's one thing we're going to want to do, though. Go to water, and then air pump, add an air pump on. And, oh, now it's not floating how I want it to, but it's more buoyant, which is what matters. Alright, sorry about that. Had to do something quickly. So, as I was saying, let's go to propulsion, and let's get our rudders, or our propellers. Excuse me. Very sorry for all of you sailing enthusiasts out there. Let's just do this, and then spread. So now, oh, we don't have fuel though, so we can't do anything about that. Let's add some fuel, shall we? And this doesn't really need to be protected because, believe it or not, it's really not that explosive. Just as long as we keep it away from other things, it's fine. I.e., if we keep it back here, it'll be just fine. Oh. Okay. Well, this can only mean one thing. We have to head on over here. And delete some stuff off of here. So let's just find, we honestly probably don't need these weapons. Because whenever, well, yeah, no, the weapons on here kind of suck. So let's just get rid of them. Oh, that's what we forgot, the local weapon controller. I thought I was missing some for the missiles. So let's keep these fuel refineries. Get rid of these last gantries. Like so. This gun is absolutely useless, so we can get rid of that. This gun is useless too, so we can get rid of that. And now we have enough to probably finish up and have some excess. So all we're doing now is just some back end work, which is just the remaining resources. Oh, I didn't think first. Yeah, we can delete this stuff because we don't need all this fuel. Jesus, I feel like the guy who makes this must have made fuel cost quite a bit more. But now what we're going to end up doing is going to get some material storage. Just so we can carry materials abroad when we're not at base, which is very important in case we make a new base. So we would be able to, actually support making that new base or whatever it is we need to do. So after we've done that, now pretty much the last thing that I could think of that we would need to do is go to miscellaneous, then get repair bots. And the reason for this is so the ship can repair itself. And we could just place them in a line like so, I guess. Oh yeah, and of course I have to add the local weapon controllers to the weapons, which I'll do right now. And I think I actually have a prefab. Is it that one? It's one of these. Here it is. This will handle it all for us. Do that, and then we'll have to do this one ourselves, though. Let's go to AI, then local weapon controller. Do this, and then we have to get the failsafe, and then we have to get the wireless receiver. And there we go, just like that. I believe we now have a fully functioning warship. Oh, except we need to configure the missiles quickly. To do that, what we'll do is we'll put an active radar seeker on the front. Oh, maybe we should... No, we don't. When we make our ship better, we'll probably add anti-missile missiles. For obvious reasons. So this really doesn't have that much space to expand, which kind of makes me a little mad. But I think we can work with it. So that's pretty much all we need. Well, these three, yeah, we're gonna be able to add. We're probably just gonna want these to be only explosive, and I think we have to do the. Yeah, we have to do save as ASD, exit, then load, ASD, load, edit, apply. So there, now we go, and if we were to fire these and there was an enemy, they should theoretically go shoot that enemy. Oh, but I've realized that I haven't added an engine. That's the absolute last thing we need, I can tell you. Oh yeah, and we probably also want to make this so when you do that, it'll... just for reasons. Okay. And we'll do that. Okay. So I think what we'll do, just to save a considerable amount of space, is for the engine, we'll make an electronic engine. Because a regular engine takes up quite a bit of space, which we honestly don't have at this point. So what we'll do is we'll get some batteries. Hopefully not use all of our resources. Like so, and then we could get a few electric engines. And then with our remaining resources, what we can do is make these RTGs, which essentially just generate power. Well, that's exactly what they do. They generate power. So yeah. Oh, that's a lot of propulsion. Um, Top heavy much? Yeah, we have to add a keel. And to do that, we're going to have to get rid of one of these RTGs because of how much money they cost. Let's get some lead. Beams, of course. Find the center, which is these 4 blocks here. And find the actual center, which is right there. And we'll just build down a little bit, build a keel. And hopefully we shouldn't have to build such a huge keel. Yeah, that looks like that did the job. Now if we try going forward, it still does it, but it's not as bad. So we can turn fine, we can do everything pretty much that we need to, it would seem. So just like that, it would seem we have a fully functional warship, as I was trying to say before. Although I'm not so sure about the range. Oh no, that's good enough range. That'll work. We'll have to see how it performs in combat, which to do that we'll have to declare war and go to war. But that'll have to be in episode 2, which this is, I don't know how many parts this is. But I know I've been recording for longer than I'd like to. Yeah, this is probably going to be cut into 2 or 3 parts. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and make sure to leave a comment for any suggestions. Please suggest any games. I might leave a link to my Steam profile so you could, if you try to add me, I probably won't accept, because I don't just accept random people, but look at my Steam library. If you see anything you'd like to see me play, let me know. I'll look into it. So yeah. Thanks for watching, like I said, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of From the Depths.